This is crazy. This is not my style of photography at all. I'm currently shooting a bunch of birds, doing some wildlife, and that is not me. But it's overwhelming. I don't know if you can hear all the bird songs going on. There's like 1,000 birds all around me. I got excited and stopped here because I have a red-winged blackbird sitting in a bush over here to my left. And those little guys never sit still for you. It's impossible to get a shot of them. So I think I got a good one. I don't know. If I did, here it is. If I didn't, yeah, sorry. But I was excited about that. Set up the camera, put on the 70 to 200 millimeter lens, and I'm just kind of zooming in on a bunch of different birds right now. I've got a cormorant drying his wings off over across the way. I got a bunch of these little, they're not ducks, I'm not sure what they are. I'm gonna have to look it up, but these duck-like birds with these brilliant red beaks that are really fun. I've got the grasses in the really still water, egrets everywhere. It's just unreal and a little overwhelming. So I'm gonna have to take a breath and slow down and calm down and walk and look and study and be a little more choosy about what I want to take pictures of, I think, because I just can't shoot all of it. It's not possible. But yeah, Lake Apopka today, that is where we are. I am on the Lake Apopka Conrad Road Loop Trail. It's about a 5-mile loop here. I'm currently on the Conrad Road section, which is just a dirt road that leads into the trailhead, I believe, which is only open on the weekends. So today being a Monday, there's no traffic on the road, and that is fantastic, fine by me. So just gonna hike on in, explore some Florida swamplands here. We're about 40 minutes outside of Orlando. And we're gonna go see what we discover today. I'm hoping I can spot one alligator today. That would be fun. I don't want to pet it or anything. I would just like to say hi from a distance. All right, let's go see what else we can find. These birds are crazy. Quickie run and gun here because I've got an alligator. I don't know if you're going to see him on this video. There he is. He's not a super big fella. Maybe 6 feet, but I'm going to put you down and try to grab a picture of him real quick. Here we go. Alligator count, 1. Alligator number 2. I'm gonna try to get my camera out and get like a close-up shot of his eye, if he'll allow it. As close as I can get from here with the 200 millimeter lens, because, oh, nope, he's had enough of me. He's moving on. Sorry, buddy. You're all right. All right, he's camera shy and he knows it. All right. We're gonna leave him be because alligators. They're so cool though. I mean, admit it, they're cool. I'm gonna go back over here to this bridge embankment and see if I can't get the shot that I want. All right, so I've come back around, got behind some bushes to take a picture of my alligator friend who's still just sunning himself on the bank across the way. I don't know if you can see him. It's right out there, right there. He's a pretty big fella, so we're gonna give him his distance. I can't get in as tight as I'd like to. I've got a 200 millimeter lens and he's a good 25 feet, 30 feet, 50 feet away from me. He's a good 50 feet away from me. But I got a nice shot of him just kind of basking out on the shore. That's all one can really ask for. Sun's starting to pop out, shooting at an ISO 400. Because I was trying to get birds earlier. That's why my ISO is so high. This guy's not moving, so we can just drop that right back down, I think, to a 100. Maybe. Oh no, there we go. ISO 100, f7. I'm focused on his eye. 1/320th of a second. Oh, man, he's starting to move. He's not having me. He's over me. He's twitching his tail. All right, we're gonna let this guy have his rest. Clearly he's sick of the paparazzi and we're gonna move on. I think we've officially reached the trailhead here, so this begins our 5-mile loop of the Lake Apopka Conrad Road Loop Trail. Bye, little alligator friend. I'm gonna have to apologize for this video, I think. It's been crazy and all over the place, and I'm not even sure that I've shot anything good up till now, assuming this is good. But it's been nuts, and I've been walking around with my camera out, my 70 to 200 millimeter lens on there, and just grabbing shots of wildlife, which is not me at all. I'm not a wildlife photographer, I don't pretend to be, but it's just, there's so much of it here. I started off my day counting alligators as I saw them and trying to show them on video. That got to be too much. I'm 2.5 miles into this hike and I've seen no fewer than 16 alligators. And there's one over there right now. So they're just, they're everywhere. So we're not counting them anymore. I have a bald eagle sitting in a tree over there. I've got cormorants singing their hearts out behind me. I've got snowy egrets, great egrets, common galooly birds, whatever they're called, the little guys with the red beaks. The birds are everywhere, and they're really, really cool to me because I don't live in Florida. We don't get birds like this even remotely in Minnesota. We get little brown birds and nuthatches. So to me, these birds are really cool and really exotic, and they're everywhere. And I think I have a great picture of a great egret in the tall grasses. I think I have a fun picture of an alligator. So I'm gonna try now to return to what I know, which is landscape photography. I've turned the corner, come off the big road. Now we're kind of on more of a trail, and we are hiking along Lake Apopka proper. So I'm gonna try to slow down, regather myself and my senses, and get back to what I know, which is landscape photography. That's not to say I won't take pictures of some birds if I see them, but I need to get over that like fascination and awe of it. I've got something I think is good, and now it's time to concentrate on something else. So it's gonna be hard, there's so much, but down the road we go, once I put this away, and I can just hone in and think a little more carefully about what I want to take pictures of, which is not alligators or birds anymore. It's so pretty though. All right, so I think I found a landscapey shot here at long last. It's been a struggle today. There's a lot here, but it's not all necessarily accessible or easy to get to. But I've got this little bush, little plant growing out here just in the water, sticking up this single kind of stick, vine, post, what do you call it? The stem. That's the word I'm looking for, is the stem. The single stem growing up with these flowers just blooming all over it. And I was, just a few minutes ago, getting some great little glints of sunlight off of the wave action behind the flower. So that was the shot, just kind of focused on the flower, shallow depth of field, shooting at like an f5.6, giving me about 1,000th of a shutter speed, which is great because it's windy, so this flower is moving around a little bit. So I want to be really fast with that shutter speed and freeze the flower. But I also want that shallow depth of field because I don't want you to really know what the water is. I just want to see those glints of sunlight off of it, and that just kind of makes it a little more, I don't know, a little more interesting, a little less really detail in that background. It's just some interest and some pattern. So that's the shot, really simple. Like I said, ISO 100, f5.6, 1/1000th of a second. And I feel like that's just kind of, that picture is kind of the mood of this area. It's kind of just the type of thing that's around here, the type of plants that are around here, types of animals or alligators. So seeing as I'm sitting as close as I am to the edge of the water, I'm also constantly keeping my eyes open for anything that looks like it might eat me. Yeah, I like that. That's just really simple. I think that's the end of our landscape photography adventure today. It wasn't very adventurous or successful in the realms of landscape photography anyway, but it was still a really fun day. It was great to get out and just kind of explore. There are a lot of alligators here. It's about a 6-mile hike, and I have counted no fewer than 30 alligators. So, scientific study, 5 alligators per mile in the state of Florida. So there you go, now you know. But like I say, the landscape photography today, not all that great. The trail really is just a construction road that kind of runs through this wetland out here. And there is wetland, marsh on either side of it. So you can't deviate from the road at all. There's nowhere to go. So you can't get out into anything. You can't get up close to anything. You certainly don't want to wander into the wetlands because you'll get eaten by an alligator. There's 5 of them in every mile, guaranteed. But yeah, still a really fun day, really enjoyable, and I'm glad I got out. So I don't have any regrets about it at all. Just not very many photos to show for it, and that's fine. But I do want to take this opportunity to thank you for coming along with me. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more, and tell your friends because the more the merrier. And if you'd like to support me in my work, please visit me over on my Patreon page. Over there, I do a free digital download every month, giving away an 8x10 print or an 11x14 print, depending on the tier you join. I occasionally write a little article right up on behind the scenes of the shots, and I'm always open to any suggestions that anybody might like to see over there on my Patreon page. Looking to kind of make it a much more of a give than a take situation if I can. But I want to take this opportunity now to thank you for coming along with me, and from Lake Apopka here in Florida, so long, and we'll see you next time. Here come the helicopters.